Welcome back to Brothers Thrice. We are three close brothers, blah, 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 blah. Let's do Brothers Thrice. Today, I'm with my brothers.
How you doing?
Who are you?
Jesus Christ.
Who are you?
I always say, I always go first but I'm introducing, so now you guys go first.
Yeah, I was too busy pulling up the bracket. So
It's
Yeah,
okay. It's Kevin, Brian, and I'm Will.
when I'm not doing the introduction, I really tend not to listen to the introduction.
Well, that's just poor co-hosting.
Pretty sure we always say, I am this person, but with my brothers, this person and that person.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get.
So you said, I'm here with my brothers.
I usually say I'm Will. Yeah, but that would be your cue to say your names, because usually I'm the first one that says I'm Will after one of you guys introduce. So I didn't go first because I'm not saying it.
Yeah. What are we doing today?
We doing cookies, best cookies, and we did it by For first thing Brian said, what about Girl Scout cookies? It's cookies you can buy regularly in majority of grocery stores. You can go out there and purchase it at any time. So that was our criteria.
Yeah, and so not like homemade from scratch cookies either. Not like
No,
my
right.
mom's, grandma's cookies. Like you can't, that doesn't count. It has to be store-bought
cookies.
Grandma's cookies. So
there's so many. If you walk down the cookie cracker aisle in any local grocery store, there's so many cookies.
yeah.
Shut up, your cookie cracker.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store this afternoon, and it's like you walk down the cereal aisle. That's the one thing I'm like, we have too much choice. Like I know it's good and like it's capitalism, it's how it works, but it's like I went down the cookies, the tea. Oh my god, I went down this tea aisle, and the entire aisle from the top shelf to the bottom shelf was every sort of tea flavor, and then every brand that makes all the flavors of each.
Well,
thing.
As a non-tea drinker, you don't appreciate it. No, I enjoy all the different types of teas.
No, but
so posh.
I am.
Yeah, but even the cereal aisle, it's like, okay, we have every single kind of cereal that's ever been made ever, and it's all available to you at any time, and it's always fully stocked. It's like sometimes I'm like, we don't need all this, like, and also like, I don't know. It's just sometimes I'm like we have too much.
Will wants communism. That's what Will wants all white boxes with like just the generic. It just says cereal.
No. I'm not saying that. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, a medium ground where it's like, we don't have to have a whole full aisle of just one thing that's like hundreds of things in one category. It just seems like
but it's not the companies that determine that. It's the consumers that determine that. Right. If no one bought all those things, then they wouldn't make money, so they wouldn't make
but there's
those
definitely
things.
Ones that are higher sellers than others. Well, yeah, of course. That's how we live.
But we are the reason why there are the many different options and choices and whatnot.
Yeah,
you're such a boomer, Will. You're like, oh, back in my day, we only had 2 kinds of cereals.
I didn't say that. When did I say back in my day? I'm a millennial. I'm solid millennial. Boomer's like 20, 30 years older than me, Brian. I'm a solid. Boomer. I'm like the primo millennial age.
Yeah, Brian's the one to talk. He's a Gen Z, but he has the mindset of a boomer.
Yeah.
No.
Get the heck off my lawn.
I'm on the very last month of millennials.
All right, well, you're still technically in mindset of a boomer.
97. Beginning of 97 is Gen Z.
Oh, you can tell them all the viewers my age and birth year. Why don't you tell them my social too?
I don't know your social security number.
Good.
Why don't you tell us?
Well, it is.
Wait, let me get a pen. Sorry.
You ready? Okay.
All right. So, well, I guess if the grocery stores in America wasn't like full of food, I guess we'd run out of categories to do. Like we wouldn't be able to do this cookie one today if we only had, a couple of cookies. So we have plenty of choices.
USA.
Yeah. So we got some good cookies, and let's get it started. So let's
get started.
Ha! When they're writing that song, they're like, it started here. It's like
we need a syllable here. How about just ha?
Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started. Ha! Like, I guess, yeah, sure. Will I am
could just say here. But all right.
No, it's more if it's a ha.
It's got more
So the
chutzpah.
the 8 and 9 seed. So the 8 seed, let me look at my list here. 8 seed is Brian's with Malamars, and Kev with the number 9 seed, which is the interesting one where it's technically a little different.
Sneaky.
It's a little sneaky, a little different than the rest of them because they're not like store bought and you eat it out of the package, which like technically you could, but they are the Pillsbury sugar cookies that come in that little roll, and then like either as they come
Actually,
in rolls or they come in the
they
sheets
changed the it's in a sheet now.
Yes, I've seen.
They're like already cut, and you just gotta go boop, boop.
Yeah, as easiest as possible, and then you bake them for 10 minutes. I have no idea.
10
I haven't bought
minutes.
them in years.
It says 13 minutes, but you always gotta undercook them.
Yeah, because you want a little doughy. So then you said specifically the Halloween ones, like a pumpkins on it or a ghost.
Yeah, because you see, I'll get to my reasonings why. Well, Brian, would you like the floor first?
Malamars,
you had you had your engines revved up and ready to go.
True.
Kev's always
stage is yours,
for his choices.
Always, because I'm here to win. So the cookie, the sugar cookie that you get pre-made is easy as can be, and there's just something about a warm, freshly baked cookie, even though it's not made from scratch, which just would dominate any sort of out of a package, just out of the fridge or cabinet cookie. But also the Halloween one specifically, because when you get to that point of like in the year where things start to get a little chilly at night, where turning on the oven and just like having some nice warm cookies is a lot more appetizing than like it's August. Nobody wants to turn the oven on and have hot cookies in August.
Well, so I mean, I'll still eat them.
I'll still eat them, but they don't hit the same sort of like cozy feeling that you get when you have them late October. You got a little pumpkin or a little ghost on them, and then have nice and warm with a nice glass of milk just makes it all the much better. So I would say out of all of these, this is the only one that's going to give you that warm, cozy vibe. That
technically I can microwave or bake any of these cookies just to warm them up if I wanted to, though.
I guess you could.
They're just not required. That's just not required because yours is required to eat those. You have to cook them unless you.
Is it though? Because you ever had them?
I eat raw dough all the time. It's great.
It's delicious.
Well, actually, these kinds of cookies, it says on the box, on the packaging, that it is safe to eat raw, so that people.
Yeah, because it's already like pasteurized.
Yeah.
Or whatever the eggs.
Or the story that you mentioned.
It's just all fake eggs and fake stuff inside of it anyway, so it's probably not real ingredients. Because
true.
Make
but
those.
It's funny that you mentioned a microwave. In college, I tried to cook one of these little slabs of cookie dough in the microwave, and it did not work.
I don't think
I
it
put
works.
it in, I was like, no, it does not, and I did not know that. So I was
probably turned to like just like syrup. It just turned to like liquid.
Actually, quite opposite. No? It charred the. This is when I was still living in the dormitories. It charred the dough in about 15 seconds, and it was black as night, and it was completely burnt, and the microwave poured smoke out of the door when you opened it. Smoke alarm went on. The entire floor's smoke alarm was going off.
You got expelled.
So the campus police officer had to come and be like, "Hey, what happened?" I was like, "I tried to cook a cookie in the microwave," and he was like, "Why?" I'm like,
"Because I wanted a cookie, sir."
Yeah, I wanted a cookie, and I feel like the most surprising part about that story is I was stone cold sober when I made that decision, which you wouldn't think, because what kind of sober person besides
that's just a college student. That's just a college student, though. I remember the first time
desperate for a cookie.
The first time. Yeah, I think the first time I went to the grocery store, like as a college student away, where like mom wasn't like shopping for food at home, like so like I went to the one Walmart in the town where you go to get food, and I literally went in and I went straight to the Lunchable aisle and I got like 3 packages of Lunchables that because mom would only get them like once in a while. I'm like, I'm alone and by myself and I have money to buy food
once in a while.
Like we got it was like
never
very
once.
very
never
no,
once.
I think very like once or twice, like barely got them. But I remember at least I remember having them at least once.
They're not good.
No, they're not good. And I remember eating.
They're horrible.
I remember eating the little pizza one where like it's like a weird squishy dough cracker thing. And I would just like put the like really shitty pasta,
the ketchup on
ketchup. It was just like really oregano-y, basil-y ketchup. And then like I don't even think I put cheese. I
Ugh.
just did sauce, and then the thing I ate the whole ate 3 packages of it and felt sick. And I was
I'm a
like,
grown up.
okay, I'm
I
over
was able
that
to
now.
buy these on my own.
Yeah.
Mom
So.
was right. These suck.
All right. Well, then back to cookies. Sorry, that was a little college food
Sidetrack.
tangent. What do you guys? Are you guys sticking with your choice? Oh no, Brian didn't go.
Well,
I'm
Brian
sorry.
didn't get to go. I went through
Malamars.
my spiel.
Take away Malamars. I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
So Malamars first sold in West Hoboken, New Jersey in 1913.
Hey,
Oh,
Hoboken.
that's why you like him. That's why you like him so much, because Frankie Sinatra used to eat them back in Hoboken.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's funny.
I didn't know where you were
because,
going with this.
Frank Sinatra was born in 1915, I think. So the Malamar is older than him. So
So that means it was around when he was in Hoboken.
perhaps.
Anyway, no, definitely. Did he eat them? We
anyway.
need to know.
Well, I'm gonna Google it right now. So these, if you are not, for those of you who are unaware of what these cookies are, Malamars, as the name implies, has a marshmallow in it. It's basically like a prepackaged s'more ready to go. And who doesn't love a s'more in a campfire? This is just a colder and non-melty version of a s'more, where you have a graham cracker,
Graham crapper.
graham cracker cookie base on the bottom with a nice dollop of marshmallow on the top, coated in a shell.
Once your Malo's flaming.
Chocolate. That's right.
You're killing me, Small.
These are only edible, to me, in my humble opinion, only edible in the fridge or freezer. If they are
really,
room
but not so.
temperature,
It's just interesting, like you say, it's like a s'more, but in S'moreville, wherever you go to get s'mores, it's melty and wet and like sticky and stuff because it's off the fire.
right.
But you like Malamars in
Exactly.
the fridge or freezer.
Correct. That is because with a s'more off of a fire, you have 2 grams as a sandwich holding it. So your skin is making contact with the gram. With a Malamar, the chocolate is around the whole thing. So when it's room temp, when your hand is on it, immediately when there's contact with your skin and the chocolate, melts it right away. So you get that, they get that little
So
chocolatey
scientific,
paste on
it's
your
just
fingers.
a cookie.
I don't like it.
Just eat it.
But yeah, in the fridge, ooh, baby, that is so good when you get that chocolate snap that chocolate shell is so good. So I mean, s'mores are like one of the ultimate snacks. It just screams summer and camping and deliciousness. But now you can have this cookie year round, and you don't need
can
a
have
campfire to get
s'mores
it.
year round if you want. You just get a marshmallow, some chocolate, and a graham cracker. You just heat the marshmallow up over like a toaster or something.
In the microwave and start a
that's
fire.
And you know what that's called? Trash. If you do that, you're a trash person. You make a
A
s'more
trash
over
bag.
the stove.
Wait, hold the
garbage.
phone. You can't even eat marshmallows. So why are we having this conversation?
Because they're still that good. And they have vegan marshmallows that I frequent all the time.
Do they have vegan Malamars?
Malamars? Oh, so you don't even eat them?
No, they do not. No, but I used to mainline these things every time we went to the grocery store. I would get these things. Malamars are the best.
Okay.
Even though it's the animal products in the marshmallow currently.
Correct. If they had the vegan marshmallows that I eat in Malamar form, I would
I'm
eat
sure
them.
that
How often
exists.
do you just eat vegan?
I'm sure that
marshmallows?
that exists.
Only when I go camping.
I'm sure,
Like
that
I said, I'm not trash, so I don't make random ass.
Yeah, I think you're
s'mores.
missing out. You're leaving out. So you're only gonna have this delectable dessert when you're camping. When you can have it
more
whenever you want.
special. Makes it more special. If you
I
eat the
think
same food
that's-
all day every day, it's gonna.
I'm
become
not saying you do it all day every day, but I need a little pick me up. Let me just make my homemade s'more.
You need the
So
smoke
I
of the
think you're-
campfire, or it doesn't count. Your
You
eyes
set
have to
something
be
on fire. How about this? You
smokiness.
try to make one of those. You make one of those cookies in the microwave. While that's burning up, then you start making a marshmallow. So you smell the smoke. You get that smoky, fiery scent, and then you eat yourself a nice s'more.
Okay, yeah, I'll get right on that.
All right. Well, are you guys sticking with your choices there then?
Of
Oh,
course.
I had a point to mention about the Pillsbury sugar cookies, and it went off of
That
what
they're
Will was saying
delicious?
before about they are delicious. However, you get that chemically taste. What Will was talking about before with the pasteurized or whatever. How
They're not.
ingredients
They're
are
probably not the
fake.
most natural things that ever existed.
Oh, but the Malamars are like farm to table.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying you really get that chemically artificial taste when it comes to those Pillsbury cookies. it's very forward in the palate compared to a Malamar where you don't get
Sure.
that fakeness.
Yeah, you just get the real the richness of the marshmallow.
And the dark chocolate shell. Don't sleep on the dark chocolate shell.
Dark chocolate
Okay.
shell. All right, so you guys are staying with your choices. Obviously, this is already very heated in the early
Yes.
stages.
Out the gate.
Well, Brian, I'm sorry you went so passionate and you're so excited about your Malamars that you don't even eat because there's animal products. I don't like marshmallow. I never have. And I felt bad you were going on and on. I'm like, I already know I'm going to vote this no because I don't like marshmallow at all.
I knew that too. But the
Oh,
people
so-
want to know. Yeah.
You just want to make
The
sure
people
that
need to know.
people know the passion, even if you know it's a
Correct.
fool's errand. Okay.
And if they've never had Malamars before, seek them out in your local grocer because girl, it's good.
Ooh, girl.
Unless you're a vegetarian, then don't.
I don't love, like, I like the sugar cookies. I would eat them, but I think they're like the most, out of all cookies that exist, baked or non, they're like very like one note. Like, it's just, this is a sugar cookie. There's not much to it. But in this matchup,
Yeah.
I will vote for it because I have to.
I mean, there's not much to any of these cookies that we've picked in this bracket.
Hold on. There's definitely more things than just sugar cookie. There's layers. Some of them have layers. Some are sandwiches. There's a whole thing.
Cakes.
So moving
Cakes have layers.
Cakes have layers. Parfaits is delicious. All right. So Pillsbury sugar cookies, Halloween edition. Move on to
Yeah,
again, going against the number 1 seed when we get back up to that, which I don't know if it's going to beat that, but we'll see.
probably not.
And then going down
And for the record, every single one of the additions, they all taste the damn same. Just so we're
no,
aware.
Yes.
Kev had the reasoning for it with the
I
colder
know,
weather.
It's because it's when it starts to get cold. Come on, it's not you're not even listening.
No, I am
he was
listening. I'm
too
just
busy.
saying, as
He was
far
too busy
as taste
prepping his
goes.
Malamar mind.
Yeah.
He's like, let's
No,
do
as far
this.
as
Because he hasn't had a Malamar in like 3 years, so we had to think about what they actually taste like.
Blind taste test your damn sugar cookies. I'll give you a Christmas tree and
No.
ghost or whatever, and
Pumpkin.
I guarantee you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
All right,
No,
I'll give you a
definitely
blind taste test of a Mal. Oh wait, you can't eat them, so there's no point.
All right, that round is over, boys. Stop fighting. All right, so then
I know where you live, Kev. I'm coming after you.
Yeah, right.
All right, and next up is the number 4 seed, which is I think also Kev, versus number 5 seed, which is Brian. Milano's versus Famous Amos cookies.
All
I
right.
believe it's famous Amos.
It's Amos because it has to rhyme with famous. He would not do famous Amos. It's a famous Amos.
Famous Amos.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
say
sure.
it with a magician's flourish.
Yeah.
He actually started as a
Yeah.
magician and then he made cookies.
Crappy
Mhm.
cookies.
I think I saw him. I think that guy actually exists, and I saw him on Shark Tank. He came on and like was trying to pitch another snack idea or a cookie idea, and he's like, "Yeah,
Famous
I'm
Amos?
yeah." He's like, "I'm famous Amos," and then everyone's like, "What?"
Your cookies are terrible.
I'm pretty
What?
sure. Pretty
Are
sure.
you-
I don't. Maybe I'm.
I don't know
mismaking
because
it
I
up.
feel like famous Amos is. I think you are because I feel like it's way older than like somebody who could be on
Or
Shark.
maybe it was
Tank.
some
I feel like
guys. Some guys like grandma made them. You look it. I was about to look it up, but you look it up. Famous.
So should I talk? Should I
Um,
talk about the Milanos while Brian's looking up this much
Yeah,
needed?
and also while you
tidbit?
do that, sorry, my dog is eating something. Keep on going.
All right, then you. Okay, Brian, can you still hear us? I think so.
Yeah. Well,
Kev, bring us into the Milano game.
okay. So the Milano is one of the more expensive and more luxurious of the cookies.
It does have a fancy packet, like the bag, the paper bag. Is that Toll House?
It's got the paper. No, it's Pepperidge Farm, I believe.
Pirouettes, Pepperidge Farm.
It's got like the like elongated bag, and then it's got like the layers, kind of
Yeah,
like the
little
sleeves, but they're
doilies
more
inside.
fancy. Yeah.
Little doilies underneath
So
doilies.
I enjoy the dark chocolate ones, but there are a variety of different flavors, and one good
I
is the
love
dark
the
chocolate
orange one.
raspberry.
I like the
orange one is
one's
also
really
good.
Very refreshing.
There's also just the regular milk chocolate, but it's honestly I don't even know what it is, but it's like a sandwich type cookie.
Like a wafer almost. Yeah, it's its own
but
thing.
it's
really.
very soft. It's light, crispy, and then the middle's got that nice chocolate and frostingy type layer. They're just a very light, refreshing cookie that I could. I mean, well, I feel like I can't say that because I could say for all of these cookies that I could eat
the
an
whole
entire
bag.
bag or I
Yeah.
can eat the whole sleeve. It's really not that hard. But with a nice glass of milk, the Milanos are just more of like the refined.
It
cookie.
feels it does. I do feel classier eating a Milano when
Yeah,
it's like
you feel.
you have like two
you know.
Milanos and like a short little like pint little thing of milk, and like after dinner, like I'm gonna have this little snack, and then
Yeah,
I'll
I
put my
feel
little
fancy, not like
sleeping cap on, and then
Yeah,
just go into my
sleeping
slumber.
with holding my little candle. You know,
Yeah.
that's I
Eat
feel
my
like the
my little Milanos in bed.
yeah. I
And they
feel
are
like
kind of expensive, I think,
Yeah,
too.
They're
so
but
definitely
that
more
they're-
adds to the
expensive than
fancy.
Famous Amos.
they're worth it. They're definitely much better than your average everyday like Chips Ahoy. You know,
I used to love Chips Ahoy, and now like I haven't had one in a
Chips
while.
Ahoy
But
didn't even make this
it's like
bracket.
no,
Chips
it
Ahoy
didn't.
can take a walk.
It's very like
I did
like
just
the,
eat some, but
but they're like
But
very
I don't care for
crumbly,
them.
very like powdery. Well, I guess I got to powdery when we talked about Famous Amos, but so
yeah, I don't know. I don't when Brian picked the Famous Amos,
we
I
had
just
words.
quite don't understand.
had
I don't
word-
quite understand.
We had words.
That's
I'll
like
tell you
the-
why when you're
it was a
done
lot
with
of
your
it was a lot of
monologue.
it was a lot about a lot of like wait, don't stop talking about it, save it for the podcast kind of talk. We
Yeah,
were talking,
well,
like,
because
we were
also it's
talking-
the Nacho Libre of this bracket because they're like the terrible cookie that you would get at like a free thing, or it's like
or lunch. It's a
halftime
good,
at
it's a
a
good
soccer
lunch.
game and you need snacks
Yeah.
for like, you know,
That's why
here's
they're
your
good.
here's your orange slices and your terrible tiny
Famous Amos
cookies.
cookies.
No.
All right,
They're
did you
good.
find out who
They
Famous Amos was, Bri?
Yeah, his name is Wally Amos, and it was founded in 1975. So maybe
I think it was
it's
that
just some
guy, I'm
old
pretty
dude. So
sure.
maybe he was on Shark Tank.
He's
Yeah.
a
What was he
black guy,
making
right?
on Shark Tank?
I know he was. I can't remember what it was. He was pitching another kind of snack he was trying to get off the ground, and then he pretty much just like
Maybe
threw in
yeah,
that he
so
was
some
famous.
dude
He
named
was like,
Wally.
he's like, oh yeah, I created Famous Amos cookies, and they're like, what? Those are huge, even though they're not that good, but they sell because people buy.
Oh
them.
yeah, because the Sharks went crazy for Mr. Amos. So are you still going with your Milanos, Mr. Rich Boy, or?
No, I feel like the luxurious
Mr. Rich
cookie
Boy.
speaks for itself.
Okay.
And also the
Well, see,
word, like,
I'm going.
Milano. It's very classy.
Instead of Famous Amos. Will, do you
More
want
like-
to say your
Yeah,
line?
more like Famous Anus. Am I right? Thanks for the tee up, Kev. Like the volley, and I'll spike
yeah.
it down.
Yeah, take that, Famous Anus.
I think
You're
I
a
said that.
famous
I
anus.
said that when we were drafting this. I'm like more like Famous Anus. I'm like, whoa, stop it. Hold that for the pocket. That's too good. But I'm like, yeah, it's so classy.
Well,
All
here's
right,
the
go
thing.
ahead, Anus.
Go ahead, Famous
Kev,
Anus.
Kev's Milanos are so bourgeois. I am a man of
They're
the
not
people.
bourgeois.
Famous
They're at a
Amos
Stop and Shop.
that you could get. You could get these in a nice. You could get these in the break room at the vending machine at your job, rather than when you just cash out in your trust fund and go get some Milano cookies. Yeah,
All right,
you heard me.
because you can get it in your vending machine at wherever you are, it doesn't make it better cookie. It just means it's like, I think I've
Crappier.
definitely seen Milanos also in a vending machine before too.
And also,
I
we
don't
do
know
the
what
same
kind of vending
thing. We're
machine.
both teachers. We're
Yeah, you
both
both-
poor. I don't understand why.
Well,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Anyway, I
Kev's like
think that
on the
Famous
stock
Amos is
market.
really good.
Yeah.
They're very crunchy and they're really tiny. They're bite sized. They're delicious.
Powdery.
I like to take 2 bites of these Famous Amos cookies
Powdery
because
cookies.
you prolong them. You savor the flavor. They're delicious.
They're bite sized.
very-
You're
the
supposed
chocolate-
to in one bite, or you just
Wait
like
a minute.
weirdo.
Wait a minute. You're saying how Chips Ahoy is trash and didn't make it here, but you chose Famous Amos?
Honestly, Chips Ahoy is better than Famous Amos. for
100%.
I disagree. I disagree.
They're not even real
Famous-
chocolate chips in there.
They're
They're,
just like they're just well,
powdered
What are they?
chips.
What are they?
Chocolate dust. I don't know.
yeah, it's all dust, but it's all dust. They just compress together into little cookies, and they're like, and
Yeah,
throw,
I-
throw
like,
a
I-
couple in a bag,
will-
and no.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't actually cook them in any way, shape, or form. It's just like a bunch of like powdered molds that they're just like
Honestly,
I
together.
think that they are
I
quite
don't-
delicious. They have their own distinct taste. Maybe you guys
Yeah,
aren't
powder.
just a fan of the taste. Whatever with the powder. I think that they have a very
Cookie
distinct
powder.
flavor. Like this
It-
isn't a chocolate chip cookie. This is Famous Amos cookie. You know what I'm saying?
definitely has its own
has a
flavor
distinct
of-
flavor.
Chemical, dusty. I think it's like the Famous Amos factory is underneath like a Chips Ahoy factory, and all the dust and particles from the Chips Ahoy factory fall down. That's what they compress into the Famous Amos cookies because it's trash.
Okay. Sure.
So
I
so
can-
should we vote or
Sorry, so like
I'm
it was
just
such
saying,
a there was
Famous
so
Amos was
many
good.
there's so many other cookies that were better, Bri, out there. You just went Famous Amos, and we're like, are you sure? Are you sure?
I like them. They're perfect for like you open up your lunchbox in the cafeteria in elementary school. Boom, a bag of Famous Amos.
because I didn't know
Or
better. I
you're
didn't know what food was back then. I just ate whatever mom
Imagine
gave
you
us.
open up your lunchbox, your lunch pail or whatever, and you get some Milanos in there. Come
You're the
on now.
freaking, you're the
yeah.
freaking
Then
Yeah.
king
then
of school.
everyone will be like, oh, that's the rich kid, so we should be fake friends with him for all his stuff. And then you wind up alone when you're in adulthood. That's what rich people do. Everybody knows.
Because you have a couple Milano cookies.
Yeah, I had Milano cookies, and then my life was hell after it. I was so alone because I ate
moral of the
Milanos
story
once.
is don't eat Milanos. Be a man of the people. Famous Amos. That's their slogan now. Shout out Wallace Amos. If you want a new slogan, I'll be your pitch man.
It's a terrible last name. I feel bad for that guy.
He probably got bullied,
He's
which,
doing pretty
which
good.
probably forced him to make something.
And
of
the
himself,
kid
making
who
these delicious
bullied him
cookies.
definitely had Milanos.
Yeah, that asshole. Absolutely.
It was Wally Amos and like Jonathan Milano
Yeah.
in high school.
Yeah, they were
Jonathan
rivals.
Milano was the head of the quarterback of the football team.
Who's head of the
Prom
crew
king.
team too, because they're like
Oh
a
yeah,
fancy school. They have
very
a crew team.
Connecticut,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
fancy Connecticut school or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and Wally was like the captain of the chess club or something like that.
I love my famous. My name is. I'm gonna do my famous Amos move in chess. But then he's like, that's actually my cookie name later on. Boom.
And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty good." But even the name, Famous Amos, that's great. It rolls off the tongue. The rhyme. It's
Milano
It's his
is
name.
Milano.
I don't understand.
Yeah, but your name rhymes with famous, like iconic. Come on.
So he didn't make that up. He just got lucky.
He was born into it,
exactly.
baby.
He was born to make those cookies.
Okay.
Sure.
I
right.
vote
And an
Milano.
amen. And an amen to that.
A Milano all day. I'm sorry, bro. You're striking
That's
out
quite
here
all
with
right.
me.
Milanos are good, but one problem I do have with Milanos, do like them a lot. They're quite delicious. It always bothered me that the sandwich cookies were always off slightly. They didn't line up perfectly
you got
on
them
top of each
sometimes.
other. They're always off a little bit, and that always pissed me off. I always wanted to fix it, but you can't without cracking the cookie. It made me mad.
Well, that means
So then you just eat
because
it.
they're all compressed by hand by a person. Because if it was a machine, they'd probably get it perfectly on top. But it's definitely a machine still. That's just not
Handcrafted. No,
It's not
they're handcrafted.
It's Pepperidge Farm. There's no way it's handcrafted. They put out 100 boxes
No
of those
shot.
a minute.
There's
have a
no
huge
shot that
factory
those are
in-
handcrafted.
No.
Handcrafted in Italy.
Yeah.
Pepperidge
A
Farm.
real
Farm.
chocolatiers.
Italian Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah, that's where the farm is. It's Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge.
Pepperoni farm. Pepperoni.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I'm fine with Milano moving on. It's quite delicious. But
All right,
Famous
Milano
Amos
moves
lives
on.
in my heart.
Which I think Milano will have a interesting thing later on, but we'll get to that later. So next up is the Keebler Fudge Stripes, which was Brian's number 2, versus I'm entering the ring here. Number 7,
Ding ding ding.
the Nutter Butter.
You wanna go first because I've been ranting for quite some time.
Yeah, it's sure. So the Nutter Butter.
Give me that Nutter
We
Butter.
had to say it in that fun way. Nutter Butter. Just A's and no ERs, just A's. Nutter Butters are shaped like it's a little sandwich cookie shaped like a peanut, a nutter, as you would say, and inside is I'm not sure if the cookie itself is peanut butter. It might be because it's like peanut butter cookies with peanut butter like filling, and then like a little sandwich. So it could be peanut butter flavored cookies. I haven't had them in a bit, but they remember them always being so fun. Peanut butter is like one of the top flavors out there. Like what was our top candy? Reese's. Anytime as peanut butter makes an appearance, it always elevates a food, I think, or a snack or candy
true.
for sure. And just being shaped like a peanut, it's just like a fun. It's like they could have done like a circle, they could have done just like a little rectangle, they could have done anything, but they made special molds for no other cookies are being printed on this machine. This is just a Nutter Butter machine probably. So I say this like I know anything, but most likely
He's
and
never
then,
actually.
No, and then I love peanut butter.
Imagine. Hold
good
up, I got
stuff.
an idea. What if you did chocolate covered Nutter Butter cookies,
They might
like
exist.
fondue style?
Oh, that'd be sound good.
Chocolate dipped.
Chocolate dipped. One of those fondue fountain, the chocolate fountains. You just dip a half of Nutter Butter in there. I'd
Yeah.
do that. Well, that's not what's being judged though. It's just on the cookie itself.
No, but
Who,
I
who
just think
makes
that's a
Nutter
good
Butters?
idea.
Is that Nabisco or?
Nabisco sounds. Are you googling it? That sounds.
I think it was made in Hoboken,
it.
New Jersey.
Nutter Butter.
Frank Sinatra made it himself in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah. Nutter Butter is also
Nabisco.
Nabisco. So
I remember. Yeah, the
the
little
same,
Nabisco in the corner.
Yeah, it's the same creators of Chips Ahoy, Oreos, Teddy Grahams.
Oh wow,
Teddy
they got some.
Grahams.
They got some. I looked. I was looking at things and I saw Teddy Grahams. I'm like, I wouldn't call them really.
They're not really a cookie. They're
like
a cracker. They're like an
cracker
animal.
cookie. Yeah, they're in the middle.
Talk about open up your lunchbox and you see Teddy Grahams in there.
Cooler, even cooler than the Milano kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like
100%.
step
Teddy
up.
Grahams did not make the thing. So
Teddy Grahams, and then you also get goldfish. You're like
the snack that
having
smiles
a
back.
great lunch.
Goldfish slaps.
The pizza flavored ones.
Dude, it's original. It's good.
Well, yeah, they're all good. All right, so Nutter Butters. If you like peanut butter, it's a great cookie for you, and it's shaped like a peanut. Have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun. That's all I can say. It's a cookie. Eat it with your mouth.
Well, going up against the what's the word I'm looking for? what's the word?
You're gonna make Will die.
I was drinking something, I had a little ice cube in my mouth, and I started laughing because Brian was like, it's a cookie. Just talk about it.
No, I'm trying to think. Like, so the Keebler Elves, they run this town when it comes to cookies. They are the kingpin of cookies. Fudge Stripe, baby.
Oh,
This
he's
is
got
where it's
one.
at.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
knockoff
wait
one,
a minute. Show us the bag where you got that.
Is that a knockoff brand? That's not.
It's
that's not
great
Keebler.
value.
Listen, it's great
Walmart
value.
brand.
I'm a
Walmart brand.
I'm a
Fudge
baller
Stripes.
on a budget, bitch. They're expensive, okay?
Oh, so they're expensive. I bet you they're just as expensive as the dang Milanos that you kept talking smack about.
False. Absolutely false.
I'm gonna look up right now as
cookie,
Brian talks about it. I'm gonna look up what's more expensive on just like Amazon. If it's
every name brand cookie in the grocery store
Keebler
is
or
way
Milano.
more expensive compared to the
generic
store brand version.
Well,
of
of course,
cookie.
that's the whole
that's
point.
the point of
That's the store brand's deal.
Exactly. That's why I bought it.
Yeah. You're like telling us these things that like it's like did you know that like
Did you know if you buy the crappier version of this thing, it's less money?
It's like, yeah, that's the whole thing, man.
Well, yeah. Well, they're close, but not quite. But the Keebler Elves, they know what the hell they're doing. They craft the perfect fudge stripe cookie, not too chocolatey, and it's not too like crumbly or anything. It's the perfect texture. The chocolate is pristine. Again, if you put it in the fridge, hell of a escalator over there. And what I will say about the Nutter Butter, it's like the Nutter Butters are drier than the goddamn Sahara Desert. Okay, because those things,
that's what you need to have a glass of milk with it.
You need like a power washer for your mouth after you eat a Nutter Butter. They're so dry.
That's peanut butter. Yeah. It's peanut butter. You got saliva, don't you? Don't you got saliva?
No, sorry. Never once in my life have I ever had.
Yeah, because the powder of the famous Amos dried them all up.
Yeah, he's empty.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fudge stripes, like, it's just
there's a
cookie.
Keebler makes a whoopsie fudge stripes, which is like fudge stripes cookie, but like covered in chocolate. The whole thing's covered. It's a whoopsie. It's called.
So it's just.
I wonder if they did that on purpose, or it was actually a whoopsie.
No, it's the branding.
What
is
I want to know
whoopsie.
is why do they waste so much cookie by punching out the middle of it?
I think they save cookie because technically now they can use that dough or whatever they use to make the cookies. They can take that little circle and technically make more cookies with it. If you're punching out a whole bunch of holes.
Yeah, but if you don't punch the hole, then all those just still have the cookie. Just make it a circle.
Yeah, but you can make more cookies.
No, I'm saying you make because now technically the surface area of the cookie is less when you have punched the hole in the middle. So you're now able to use it. You're technically, and it also saves on weight, saves on everything. You're technically making.
Yeah, but you get less cookie.
Yeah, right, but they don't give
care
a shit
about that. It's all about the profit, baby.
It's about how much it costs to make it and how much you can output, and the people will buy it regardless of the shape.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. I don't see
Hold the phone. Will, the word is just regardless. Irregardless is not a word.
Well, I said that.
Yeah, you said that twice now in this podcast, and it's not a word.
Irregardless.
It's just regardless. Irregardless isn't a word.
Are we sure? Because I've heard that a million times in my life.
It's not a word.
Irregardless.
Look it up. It's not a word.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Speaking of looking up, did you figure out what's more expensive?
Yeah, what are you doing over
on
there?
Amazon it said a Milano on like the fresh Amazon Fresh was like $4.29 for a dark chocolate like regular pack, but the fudge strips I can't find just a straight up like single pack of it that you would get. So now I'm looking up irregardless. How the hell do you spell
Irregardless is a word.
Ir-
It says, yes, we define irregardless as regardless. Many people find irregardless to be a nonsensical word, as the IR prefix usually functions to indicate negation. However, in this case, it appears to function as an intensifier. Irregardless.
I'm intensifying my
Quote,
regardless. That's all.
That's right. The photographer always says irregardless of how his subjects are feeling. Smile.
So
Funny sentence.
so where did you get this definition from?
Google.
The Oxford Dictionary. Ever hear of it?
So just say regardless.
it's like
Irregardless, not a word.
I said it fast. I'm not going to be able to remember that. So where are we? I got down the rabbit hole looking for things. They have, but
So
if
we
you go
get
on
to vote.
Amazon,
We get to vote now.
if
We
you
get to
go on
vote now.
Amazon, if you go on Amazon, you can get a huge amount of Milano like packet, like a 24 pack of the raspberry ones, like the full bags, but
Ooh.
24 of them, like for $75 a whole, and you can
Jeez,
ship
not
to your
even-
house.
24 divided by 7. How much is that
Well, that's no,
per thing?
well, I already found it. It's like $4.29 for like a regular pack of.
Yeah, but
Just- but
like
single.
if I buy them in bulk,
If
No,
you
does that
buy,
make
if you
probably
buy
save- you probably save-
75, if you buy $75 worth of 24,
And it's
that's
24.
$3.13.
It's everything's cheaper in wholesale.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Costco, baby.
You know how many Milanos I'd
Costco's.
eat daily if I got that? It'd be
Probably
a bag a day. That
$75
would last 24. That would last 24 days.
Less than a month.
Just Milano. I would just take that for lunch. There's my bag lunch. Milanos.
Milanos. You'd be a cow.
Yeah. Well, to go back to what we were, discussing here, the fudge stripe cookies make me think of Nana, because she would always eat them with her coffee and her tea.
Mhm. Shout out Nana with your diabetes. Stop eating cookies, please.
And she's definitely listening to this podcast now that she's got an iPad. Hi, Nana.
That's right.
And
Hey Nana, moving up in the world, technology.
all right,
So
so
time
yeah.
to vote.
So, but is that a plus or is that a for
you'll-
or against?
How could it be an against?
This reminds me of
was-
Nana, and
I
I
always
hate those
hated
cookies.
Nana. And I always hated Nana, so I hate these cookies.
Left field on that one.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Nana. Love you, Nana.
No, that was a joke. So
I'm sticking with my fudge stripes. The elves have my heart for sure.
I'm honestly undecided. So Kev, what's your decision?
I was gonna go fudge stripe just because it reminds me of Nana. I don't really care for either one of these cookies, so
All
I
right,
can just
well, I'm
picture
fine.
Nana drinking the tea with the cookies. So I'm
These,
gonna go with those.
I had like 8 on my list, and then a lot of them got taken when we were doing the draft. So I think the fudge stripes were like my number 2 or 3 for sure. So I'll let them through because they are really pretty solid cookies.
Well, you have no choice, so you.
No, I
won't
know,
have
but
to
I'm
let
saying I
them
would
through.
also
We've already voted.
agree because they're pretty good. The I think I
Yeah,
like
they're
it's the
solid.
bottom, the chocolate, the bottom's all in the bottom's all in the chocolate. The chocolate's all in the bottom, and then it's just the
Yeah, the bottom's all in
stripes on-
chocolate.
the stripes on top. It's like it's good distribution. It's not like full chocolate. It's like a good mix.
Unless you get the whoopsie one.
They have the whoopsies. But for those are for the chocolate lovers. I'm not like the biggest chocolate man. Like I eat chocolate here and there, but like I'm not. If I the choice between chocolate and vanilla, I'm a vanilla boy.
What?
Yeah.
That's
this
silly.
is
Only for I agree with that, but only for ice cream.
What?
no most things I'll pick
Chocolate
vanilla.
ice cream is far superior to the vanilla ice cream.
It's personal
I don't think so.
choice. I like vanilla, like a good French vanilla with all the black specks in it. That's like the real good.
Like, yeah, that's good
Vanilla.
on like a
A la
an
mode.
apple pie. Yeah, but like
I still
just
like
by
it- I still
itself,
like it
I
by
need some
itself.
like chocolate chunks or like some swirl or something. I can't just have plain
but
vanilla.
I need some
soft serve
swirl or
vanilla?
something. Jesus, oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta have some sprinkles on there, something. It can't be.
Soft serve
plain
vanilla,
vanilla.
with rainbow sprinkles.
Oh, you're
is
putting
the
sprinkles
shit.
on it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
but
Just
soft
give me
serve
chocolate ice
with anything
cream.
else?
No,
I still like
just give me
vanilla over
that.
chocolate. I'm a vanilla boy.
Well, you
All right,
guys are weird.
every time I think about like vanilla ice cream with rainbow sprinkles on it, that's how you're supposed to say it. But every time mom orders ice cream anywhere, she always says vanilla ice cream with colored sprinkles on it, and I'm always like, I don't
No,
think
she
you can
doesn't.
say
She
that
says
anymore.
rainbow sprinkles.
Nope, always says colored sprinkles every single time, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
colored sprinkles is a little.
No,
I
they're
was like, what
definitely
is this 1950? Can't say that shit anymore.
really. I always think she said rainbow sprinkles.
Nope.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
I
mom
think-
say colored sprinkles. It's always rainbow sprinkles.
I've never heard her say rainbow.
Well, obviously, one of us is crazy, and it's definitely you with your famous Amos cookies.
Mom, tell us if you said colored or rainbow. And
yeah,
you're
you're
saying
like
colored,
one
jump
of
in.
two people. One of two
Sound
people
off in the
who
comments.
listen to our podcast. So you let us know.
Sound off and let us know.
Now
what's
the
up.
real battle is this next bracket.
Yes, it's
No,
pretty
famous. This should rematch with these two and famous Amos.
Famous
chocolate
Amos
chip battle.
If Famous Amos is
Didn't
not
even
even on the
come-
category. It would have got like smashed in the dirt. So this one is pretty cool. This is number 3 pick. I think this is UKEV versus my number 6. So it's your Entenmann's chocolate chip cookies in a little briefcase of cookies
Mhm.
versus the Tate's chocolate chip cookies. Tate's a Long Island brand made in
That's the regional
Southampton.
thing.
Mm.
And also,
Um,
Entenmann's originated in Brooklyn, New York.
Also, and then they also had a huge Entenmann's factory on Long Island as well.
Where Brooklyn at?
Which, well, do you want to go first, Kevin?
South of Queens. I'll go first. So the Entenmann's cookies, I feel like the small bite-sized chocolate chip cookies are a hit when you bring to, like, if you need to bring like a quick dessert to like a party or something, you just put
Mhm.
one of them down, you pop open the little briefcase of a thing, lay it out there next to the spread of other desserts. Everybody's taking a handful of the little cookies, put a little sprinkle here of those cookies on your dessert plate with a little decaf coffee. Perfect. I just like how they're poppable, bite-sized little cookies. They're always very soft and delectable. A lot of chocolate chips in there. They're as close to homemade cookies as you can get, I think, from the store.
Incorrect. For sure, incorrect.
No, well, because they're soft and because of like
there's a lot of
deliciously soft
chemicals
and
that
chewy.
are in those cookies to keep
Oh,
them
and
soft.
Tate's cookies is farm to table.
As pretty close, yeah. They're legit. They're pretty they're more artisan cookies.
You've seen their factory and their workshop.
Have you seen
been there?
Entenmann's? Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Their
What's the
Their
argument here?
workshop. What is
I
Yeah,
just
Santa
see,
making
I just
these
see,
things?
I just see
Yeah,
the
it's
being
cookies.
made. No, I'm talking about just the ingredients that are in it are fresher and probably more high, because the Tate's obviously costs a lot more than Entenmann's do.
Looking it up. I'm looking it up. The
No,
ingredients.
I don't need to look it up. I know that for a fact. Tate's are so much more expensive than Entenmann's.
No, I'm saying I'm looking up the ingredients list.
Oh, I don't even have to look. I know just by what they look like, the branding of it and everything. It's like they're more expensive. Tate's are super thin, super crispy, totally different kind of cookie for sure. They're both chocolate chip, but they're different cookies altogether, I think. And honestly, being, I guess, more older and more whatever. If
More
someone
whatever.
came, it's like more like the word I was looking for is mature.
Oh,
But,
excuse me.
very where it's like if I came to someone's house, if someone came over my house or my apartment or whatever, and they just brought a box of Entenmann's cookies and slapped them on the table, and like what are they, like George Costanza would have like that and like a bottle of Diet Coke and we'll be happy. It just seems a little like it's like the least amount of effort you could do to bring a treat to someone's house. You went to like the.
I'm so sorry. I'm
saying.
not baking the whole thing here.
No,
I'm
you don't have
just
to bake, but
bringing-
there are definitely fancier. Like you can go to a little bakery or a little bakery aisle or something that's not a prepackaged Entenmann's on the end of the aisle that in every grocery store ever. It's like
Yeah.
the least amount of effort. That's all I'm saying.
Entenmann's is insanely overpriced, though. By the way, I was in the grocery store the other day trying to get something for dessert, and I looked around in the Entenmann's end cap, like a crumb cake or like a coffee cake thing was like $8. I was like, in what world am I gonna buy this? No shot. So I left.
Well, it's
and I
not.
didn't
Well,
buy
you see, because
anything.
you're used to buying that great value stuff.
Yeah.
Where's the great value of crumb cake?
I did not see one. I was in Price Chopper. Shout out Price Chopper, which I don't think they're chopping those prices at all. It's very expensive there. But I
let 'em know.
digress.
I spend too much on
Well,
groceries.
I feel
it's too much.
I think Will is too bougie for us now that I can't bring over just some Entenmann's.
Well, you can. It's like
Oh, you'll just judge me.
I guess I'm a little bougie now. I don't know. I've when
Would you not
30
partake if I brought in Entenmann's? Would you not
not
partake
right
in the
now.
Entenmann's cookie?
I wouldn't eat any of these cookies. I'm being very strict with my diet right now, so I wouldn't eat any of the cookies.
Well, good.
I'm very happy.
Proud of you.
I'm doing good, so I want to keep it going. So
So you wouldn't have any Tate's cookies either.
no, I said I wouldn't say I wouldn't have any of these cookies at the moment, but I've had Tate's cookies more recently. I said they had like in Brooklyn with the bodega we used to go to. They had like a whole like the whole end cap of their place was like every flavor of Tate's, and it was always like
In Brooklyn, the birthplace of Entenmann's.
Ooh, he got
Sure.
you there.
how Entenmann's was made there, so I have to yield.
Well, I mean,
well,
it's definitely Tate's is definitely more bougie because the birthplace of Tate's is the Hamptons. So
yeah, Southampton's where they made. So, irregardless of, let's just go based straight.
Regardless, damn it.
Irregardless,
Well,
irregardless.
oh
of
my God.
the Oxford
it is word. It
Dictionary,
is the word.
It's not a word.
regardless.
There we go.
Let's go back. Let's just go straight taste. Entenmann's cookies are delicious and they're very soft, but now being like having, a lot of other cookies and a lot of things, like the softness, like for a cookie to stay soft like that, there needs to be like some sort of like chemical agent in them to keep them soft. Cookies, like if you ever make cookies and you just put them in a bag or something, they never will stay that soft ever. Like
You gotta put a piece of bread in there with them.
but like, you know what I mean? Like there's no piece of bread in the Entenmann's cookies, so obviously there's some
How
sort
do you
of
know?
chemical. 'Cause
Maybe one of the
there's no
cookies
bread
is
in it.
actually a piece of bread,
Right
and they're
before
just disguised as a cookie.
So I'm gonna eat this. Oh, this is the bread cookie. Shoot.
Yeah, and it's like a thing when you find the bread cookie, you win something.
You win. You win what?
It's like I don't know.
More cookies. So just anyway, but like it's like yes, the soft cookie is like nice to the mouth and stuff, but like thinking more
Nice to
about like
the
how the cookie's made, it's like that's a little, I don't know. And then like the crispiness like of and like more like this is like a real cookie that someone made like baked at home. The Tates are all very and they're also so thin you could eat a whole thing and it just feels really they're just the crisp and then it's more high quality to me and I'm a high quality man.
Bougie.
I'm bougie. Hey, just like your Milanos, man. I'm bougie as hell, and I'm okay with it.
Oh man, this is a tough battle.
I'm keeping with my Entenmann's
keeping
because
with
they're just
mine,
too
too.
soft. I don't want no dry, crispy cookie.
It's
Give
not
me a
dry.
nice, soft chocolate chip
they're
cookie.
very moist. They're very moist but crispy.
No, Sahara Desert over there.
No,
So
have you had
these-
one of the reasons? They're good, man. They're real good. Don't
They
lie.
are very good.
They are very good.
These two cookies,
I said Entenmann's
they're
were good. I said
in
they
their
were good.
own ways. Like Entenmann's, as far as like the softness goes, for sure, very delicious. They do have more like of a artificially chemically taste compared to Tate's, where Tate's is more similar to I just disagree with your point, Kev, where you said that Entenmann's is more of a homemade feel. I feel like if you were to take Tate's out of the package and put it on a plate and say, I baked these, you could be like, oh, okay. Whereas
because Entenmann's like don't look like every you've never got out of the oven.
Right. And they're all exactly the same shape, like factory line, just dumping out and poop the dough onto
Exactly
the
that
platform.
sound.
So like, yeah. So Entenmann's tastes a little bit more artificial, but I do love that classic little window in the box when you can just eat 1,000 of them and feel like absolute garbage later. But it's
Why
so
do they
worth
need?
it.
Why do they need the window in case like to make sure like there's no bread in there? Like there's have one bread in the box, but we see the cookies are there, so it's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you want to see the product, you'd be like, oh, these look good. Whereas if I think you're more likely to buy something
Right,
if you
instead of
see
just seeing the
actual
picture
product.
of it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
this
cereal
is
doesn't do that.
very off topic. Not very off topic, but it's like pretty off topic. The Entenmann's donuts with the little crumblies on top.
Little
Oof.
devil's food.
Those are those are good.
The
You got like the
chocolate ones,
three
the-
different kinds. There's like
Oh, yeah.
chocolate, glazed, and then like I don't know. There's a third one, but like
Powdered, I think.
Damn, those
the
were
powder,
good.
the
Yeah.
chocolate powdered one.
they had like
Oh.
the little crumble
The little
things.
nuggets, the little nubs.
Yeah.
They look like rat droppings.
Yeah, they,
Yeah,
they
they're
do, but they're so
delicious.
freaking good. I used to,
Yeah.
when they used to have those at home, I've gotten into.
Those
I would
are the
like
only
those.
ones.
I would eat half and then be like, nah, it's stupid. You
No,
do
I would
Yeah,
eat
eat the
like
whole
two,
thing.
and like it's insane. They're too good.
Yeah.
They're
Bree bought a
delicious.
box of assorted donuts from Entenmann's a couple of weeks ago from the store, and she bought the box that didn't have those ones on it.
Oh,
And
what?
I almost
And did she spend $8 on it? Did she spend $8 on it?
Probably.
And
Oh
she
my
didn't even get the
God.
little
Get it
crumblies
out of
on
there.
top.
I know. I was so pissed. I was like, "How dare you bring this filth into
He's
my
more
house?"
he's more upset about is he more upset about the not having the right donut or the $8 Entenmann's end cap
Both.
purchase?
Awesome. But I think based on taste, presentation, and overall mouth feel, as Will says, I'm gonna give the W to Tate's cookie.
Wow.
It's a better cookie.
was a
like
toss-up
they're
for me. I didn't know
they're
what was
way
gonna
more
happen there.
homemade than
It's
they're
all
way
those
more
Tate's
homemade
cookies.
feel. It's so thin.
It's so
They're,
thin.
they're quite delicious. I like those.
All right.
Tate's all the way.
Thank you, Brian. So
No problem.
technically that's an upset because that was a 6 beating a 3. And so far, I think
Ooh.
everything else has been beat by its. Actually, no, Pillsbury Sugar Cookie was an upset as well. But whatever.
Mhm.
So let's take a quick break and then we'll go back up to the top to finish us off.
Brothers
Thrice. And we are back. So now let's go to the top of the bracket. So Pillsbury Sugar Cookies won, and now they're going to move on. So this is now the 9 seed versus the 1 seed, and I had the first pick this one, and I picked the all-star of the cookie game, the Oreo,
Hey now.
which will be going up against Kevin's Pillsbury Sugar Cookies Halloween edition. We already talked about the sugar cookies, so I'm going to just Oreos. Dive in. Oreos. There's so many things you could do with the cookie. You could just eat it straight up like a psycho, or you could. Normal people do. You peel it. I've eaten them like full anyway, but you peel them together and then you lick the cream. You bite the cookie separate.
I can say with confidence that I've never once done that in my entire life. Lick the cream. I feel like that's more of a psycho thing. Dude,
Yeah, I pull them apart and I eat the cookie part, and then I eat the cookie with the icing part.
I used
Nope,
to
never
I
once
used to,
pulled it apart. Never once.
pull-
You just eat the whole
I
thing.
pull-
you dunk it and eat it. That's it.
You pull it apart, and I used to then there would always be some left over cream on the side, the less cream side, and I'd use my front teeth and kind of just scrape it off, and you'd see just two weird teeth, like two smart teeth of cream.
Just two? What do you got? Big old
Well, my
Bugs
2
Bunny
front
teeth
teeth
or
just be
something?
yeah, I'm Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? Is what I said after I ate all the cookies.
Hey.
All right, so so the Oreos, I think I can honestly say the number 1 dunkable cookie that ever existed, right or wrong.
It is Milk's favorite cookie. It says it on the box.
That's what
It does say
that.
it on the box. There
It's
actually is ads for milk with Oreo. Like when you get a gallon of milk, sometimes they have an ad for Oreos on
Damn.
it because it
They're
just makes so much sense.
Oreos
it's also
and milk are in bed together.
And it's
that's
yeah,
it.
it's and it's also, I think it is vegetarian. The cream, or
Mhm.
vegan. The cream is technically not real cream.
It's
I think
just sugar.
Yeah. But what the hell is it then?
It's
I
just
don't-
sugar.
but it has a specific Oreo taste with that cream. You
Mhm.
can't just take the cookies and put vanilla icing or something. It's its own, it's factory made. So obviously it has its own formula that's always exactly the same, no matter where you get it. Crazy. Which
Yeah. You know, one thing I do, I feel like we've talked about this in another podcast. I never dunk anything in my milk or any coffee, nothing. I
Not
hate
even Oreo?
dunking things. No, Oreos will never once be dunked. I don't like bits of stuff floating in my milk. I just give me
Yeah, but-
eat the cookie and then
But
you
it's
drink the milk.
Oreo.
yeah, but
Yeah, but I
Oreos,
want-
You can't not
I think you're
dunk
missing
an
out.
Oreo.
There
I think
should
you're
be-
missing out.
No,
You-
no,
but
there should be no.
You need a quick dunk. Then you can't be a soaking. A soak will make pieces.
No,
fall off.
even if there's
You do a
then
quick
there's still
dunk
the
and you-
powdery, chunky. No,
No.
sometimes then a piece of the cookie falls off. I can't drink milk if there's chunks of stuff in
Kev
it.
just wants to
There
suck
should be
milk,
no
suck the milk
chunks.
from an udder to make it pure and clean.
Well, I
No
don't want any
dirty
chunks
milk.
of things in my milk. Like if a
Wouldn't
milk
be
is chunky,
chunks.
then it means it's bad. There should be
I
no
disagree.
particles in my milk.
It's a little
Kev-
treat. It's a
Kev
little treat.
wants- Kev
I
wants
dunk my
pure,
Oreos.
pure whiteness only in his milk, right?
Yeah, you heard
Sorry.
it here first, folks. You
I
heard it
know,
here
I
first.
like-
Kev wants
no.
pure whiteness, no chunks, no dirty milks, dirty bloods,
no chunks.
no chunks.
Yeah, I
just
disagree
pure
completely.
milk.
I dunk and eat my Oreos like it's Guantanamo. I dunk my
What does that
Oreos in there
mean?
until the bubbles stop. I
What does
dunk it
that
in there
mean?
and submerge it
He
until the
murders
bubbles
them.
stop.
He drowns the cookie.
What's Guantanamo?
I
like,
hold
oh,
it-
like Guantanamo Bay?
Yeah, like
I
he's
hold it. I
waterboarding the
under
cookie.
yes.
Oh,
I hold it underneath the
that is
milk
so
surface
dark.
until the bubbles stop. Until the bubbles stop, then I know it's ready to go. And Yummy.
I haven't had Oreos in a while, but I like when you dunk, it's just so good dunked. Like I saw this thing that a hack you could do where you can just like you stab a little fork through the cream, and of course
I've done
there's
that.
a lot of Oreos, but the double stuffed I think is the perfect. Like regular is good, but the double stuffed is like the cream is just a.
Have you
bit-
seen the thins, the Oreo thins?
You've seen those.
Like what are we
Fuck
doing?
that.
So there's
What
people.
are we doing?
Well, because there's people who, because then you know that there's consumers out there be like, "Ooh, look, they're thins. It's okay to have them now," and then that's when they'll buy them because they're
Yeah, but
dumb.
then you eat 50 of them.
Yeah, it's the
to
same
get
thing.
The
You might as well
sufficient
eat
value. like,
four no regular Oreos or 100 of the thins. Like it's just all mental. It's all mind games. It's all people do, and they're like, "Oh, look."
but what
it's
about
thin."
Oreos mega stuff? Do you ever have
that
the
a thing?
mega stuff? That's just a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
though, to be
What
honest.
about the flavored cream ones?
Those are fun.
I don't care for those. I don't
I
care
like
for
the
those.
orange ones.
There's not one.
Also, Halloween orange Halloween ones are fun. Just
Yeah,
because
but
they don't
that's
have a
just
taste.
colored. Yeah, they're just the same. But like
But
the
they
ones
have
that
the
are
prints
like
on them.
they're peanut butter or the mint or the I got cookies and cream ones, or like I've gotten the
Cookies and cream is
coffee
just a
flavored
regular.
ones.
Cookies and cream is just Oreos.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No, but
doesn't
like
make any
cookies and
sense.
cream in the cream. So there's like
But
chunks of
that is
cookie in the
that
cream.
cookies and cream is made with Oreos, so that doesn't make sense.
I'm aware, but that's just what it was. I'm just
That's
telling
weird.
you. And I just
They
it-
inceptioned us with the cookies. They got Oreos inside the Oreo cream.
Yeah, it's Oreo
Yeah.
cream.
Oreo.
Oreo cream that's made of Oreo cream.
yes.
So that's another. I was going to say my next part of my thing was that Oreos also are in one of the best ice creams. It's one of my faves is cookies and cream because it's vanilla, and then you get a little splash of the chocolate with the cookies in there. You get some big chunks of Oreo in there or something. It's like ooh, that's good stuff.
And it's a
Ooh.
delicious topping to a lot. You smash those little things up. You put them on top of
so many
ice cream of any
applications. So many
kind.
applications.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Delicious.
against Kev's sugar cookie.
I feel like it's not a contest, so I understand you guys are both voting for Oreo.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna
Are
give
you
mine-
are you even gonna be a what's it called? An honest
No, because
judgment?
if I have a
No.
choice, no. If I have a choice between the
such a
Oreo or a
liar.
freshly baked sugar cookie,
a
I'm
burnt
gonna
one
take the
from Brian's
freshly
microwave.
yeah, I'm gonna take the freshly baked sugar cookie over the Oreo but it's just more prevalent that I'd be able to just reach in the fridge and grab an Oreo instead of preheating the oven. And so like if I had a choice, it's like here's freshly baked Pillsbury sugar cookies or here's some Oreos. I'm gonna take the sugar cookies.
Well,
You keep
that's
the Oreos in
why.
the fridge?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, like Malamars are in the fridge. Well, that's the one thing that
There's no chocolate
thinking about the cookie that your choice of the Pillsbury shouldn't have been maybe on this list because it's like that's the only one that needs to be warmed to be made. You mean that's
Right,
like,
but that's
all
not
all
against
are-
the cookie. If I'm just having an option to
but you're
grab the
using, but I'm
cookie
saying,
and
but
eat it,
you're using it as a pro that it's warm, where it's like that's a requirement of the cookie. That's not. You know
No.
what I mean?
not
No, it's
necessarily
not?
after you bake. If you bake them and then you have
All
some
right,
left over
so
and then you
have-
eat them.
So you have a room temperature, already cooked Pillsbury sugar cookie versus a regular out of the thing Oreo. What do you choose?
Oreo.
Okay, thank you. That's
That was-
even
that
that's,
was a
that's a
nice-
level playing field right there.
Yeah,
All right,
that was
so-
good.
Because then they're no longer as soft.
No, they
So-
turned to little hockey pucks immediately after cooling. Those
Yeah, you
guys.
got to eat them when like you pick them up and then they go like.
You gotta burn your mouth.
and you just like,
What are you looking at, you hockey puck?
What are you looking at, you hockey puck? All right, so Oreo moves on. And then now going down to is Keebler fudge stripes versus Tate's cookies.
Mm.
So Keebler fudge stripes. Brian.
In case the people
used
want to know.
in case people want to see it, even though that's not really the Keebler. Keebler would be like, that's not our pattern. That's not our fudge stripes.
They would never.
there's the
know.
horizontal.
I'm gonna look. I have to look up.
It's called the cookie different way.
I have to look up a
what?
picture.
Of what?
I mean, I don't of the fudge stripes. I want to see what the pattern's like. I'm pretty sure.
Hold it up.
they
Hold
look
it
like-
up.
Oh, nope. They are different.
Hold
They
it
are
up.
different.
Oh
You see
yeah,
one?
those are
Yeah.
all little circles or whatever, little squirrels.
Yeah, the other one has like different, completely different pattern shape.
Yeah, see that one. You see the stripes are
looks fake. That
horizontal. They need
looks
to be
like-
vertical.
Oh, you know, I can make the stripes vertical. You dumbass. I do that.
I'm obviously joking.
I thought you were serious.
Oh Lord Jesus. Oh Lord.
No, God. Sarcasm
Oh
is
yeah,
lost
guys,
on you.
look at this. I'll turn to
You sounded so sincere.
Yeah, that's what
He was
sarcasm is,
acting.
man. Oh my goodness.
He's such a good actor.
Thank you.
All right. So
They're
what is it? What
actors.
is the lineup here? Oh, it's the Tate's cookies versus Keebler fudge. I'm getting all sidetracked.
All right, so these are yours. So are you guys changing your votes?
I don't think so.
Uh,
The Tates are just there's something about them where it's like very the homemadeness of them, like just like the
Why'd you
like
say
they're-
that like Christopher Walken?
I did
I don't know. There's something about him.
something about it, the
the homemade cookies.
cookies. I
That's,
just really
that sounded
enjoy
that
them.
sounded more like that sounds more like Jesus.
That's, I don't know what
like
she
Jesus?
sounds like.
No, it doesn't
What did
sound
she
like
sound
Jesus.
like?
He was like,
Why can't I
yo, what
think of
up,
his
yo?
name right now?
Yo, it's been 3
We
days.
threw
I'm
out
back.
his name.
You sounded like Bill Cosby for a second.
Okay. Those are pull the fudge stripes. Can't say that no more. Can't do that no more.
Nope,
Rudy,
canceled.
Rudy got me the fudge
Canceled.
stripes. Ha, wah, wah, ha, wah.
Oh, there we go. We got our one.
Well, I did the Christopher
Impression,
Walken for
eh?
a second, then I went to a worse Bill Cosby one, which is no good.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we did not do an impression our last
We didn't
I
do
did.
that.
episode.
We might.
I
And
think
the
we did.
trivia one.
I
Oh,
remember.
the trivia
Oh.
one. Of course, I did SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I
yeah,
did.
Yeah.
While doing
Yeah.
the questions, probably were done.
Mhm.
Okay, well, back to cookies. I'm gonna stick with Tate's because they're so thin, they're so delicate, and just and I'm bougie.
Delicate.
I'm bougie. They're very delicate. You can crack them really easy. I'm bougie. I'm sticking with my Tate's.
I'm sticking
Brian?
with the fudge stripes just because they give me such.
Nana
You just
vibes.
walked in from.
Ajita.
Yeah, no, they
What?
give you
Yes.
such reminiscent of you walk in your house from after school. You just got off the bus. You still have the backpack on.
And
you open up
Nana's
the
there.
cabinet and you after school snack of these delicious cookies. It just screams childhood.
Well,
and
technically-
In
more.
Tate's defense, Tate's weren't around then,
I would
so
say
it's
Tate's,
hard for them
yeah,
to.
Tate's are more of a newer brand, so it's not. I guess they could have been in your house when you were a kid, but they just weren't around yet. So,
Well,
so
really?
you're saying I think there were more. They're definitely earlier than Keebler fudge stripes for sure. I mean,
You mean
more
later?
more recent, yeah. Irregardless,
Well, no, would you stop?
no, I did that on purpose. Come on.
I'm gonna go with Tate's cookies, even though Will said irregardless.
Boo.
I said that
'cause
was
they
a
are the
joke.
better
I
cookie.
said I do it like this. I said irregardless. Like my arms, like aha,
Like aha.
like aha. All right, so Tate's move on.
Ooh.
What Brian? What were you looking at?
I was looking at when Tate's came out.
They're more recent for sure. I've only seen them. At least maybe they were around for a bit, but they didn't get like big until like probably like the last 10
Yeah,
years.
they're probably just in Southampton.
Yeah, they're probably like
with
a
the rich
little
folk.
little bakery stand, and then they probably got bought by some giant,
I'm
distributor.
sure
or
they
something.
have.
Yeah, probably. I can't see anything. It doesn't say.
The
You
internet.
can't see? Oh, Jeannie, I can't see. I can't see that far. Jeannie?
Oh well, so long, Elf. I love the elf dude with the little hat. Dude's the best.
All right, so Tate's moves on to the final, and so now next up is back to the top. It's Oreo versus Milano. Wowee.
Ooh.
This
Wowie,
is a
huh?
good matchup. They're technically both sandwich cookies. They both have sandwiches, sandwich action.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, the Milano is the better cookie, but I feel like it's more prevalent that you have Oreos.
Oreos are more common
Sure.
because I think they also the way that people use Oreos are like in so many different ways. Like it's an ice cream, it could be a topping, it could be
Yeah.
like there's a lot. Like,
But if we're
there's
going
Oreo
just on the
flavored
cookie,
things.
Just
Yeah.
on the cookie, Milano is a better cookie.
Yeah, I
It's-
suppose. But I mean,
Or
I
and
feel like
also
it's just
well,
it's not there.
but it's also like but Kev is also not a dunk man, and I think the Oreo dunking is really like a highlight of. You can dip Milanos, I'm sure, in a
You can
coffee
dunk
or
a
milk.
Milano, I'm sure.
But I think that
Yeah.
it's just the dunk of the cookie, dunk of the Oreo really hits a different way. I
Mhm.
don't know. I do like a Milano, and I like the flavors
I
they
still,
have.
I would say that the Milano with their original dark chocolate and the varieties are better than the Oreo original and variety. Like it's just a better cookie.
I think it's
all
more.
around.
It's more of like a. It's more of I think more of a like a cookie you would have like on a spread like with like if you like a tea time kind of thing. Like if it was
Yeah,
tea
you're not
time,
coming out with some Oreos.
yeah, probably not. But I
That's like
think
that's
the
like me with the Entenmann's at Will's
Yeah.
party, and I get kicked out because I'm obviously not bougie enough.
Yeah, but like
I
a
think
classic
that Oreos
sleeve
just
of
kind of like
Oreos.
scream Americana. You know what I mean?
Milano is from Italia.
Yeah, same.
I'm sticking with the Oreo because there's something about the Oreo you can dunk, you can do everything, and it's a classic cookie.
I gotta stick with my Milano because it is the better
because
cookie.
it is my pick.
No, it's a better cookie. If you tell me a Milano versus an Oreo, which one tastes better? Milano.
I'm going with the Oreo as well because I am a huge fan of the dunk. By the way, Kev, when you visited a couple of weeks ago and I got Crystal gluten-free Oreos, you guys left them here and I ate the whole box the next day. Because
Oreos aren't gluten-free?
No,
the cookie's probably not gluten-free.
The cookie part's not gluten-free.
Huh.
It's made with flour.
Probably made some sort of
I didn't know what
flour.
gluten was. My wife's gluten-free. I was unaware what gluten was. Thank you for explaining.
Okay, I was just double checking if you know any gluten. But yeah, they were not as good as regular Oreos, but I'm such a fan of the dunking of Oreos that I dunked the shit out of those things.
Brian has diabetes.
I ate them hardcore. All right.
All right.
Nah, they were very good. Not nowhere near the regular Oreo, of course, but I think
because like the real Oreos probably have some sort of like secret formula that's locked away. That's like they know how to make the Oreo taste exactly like an Oreo compared to like a chocolate cookie with vanilla in between and like another chocolate cookie. It's never gonna taste.
I'm sure there's a great value Oreo that they're called like chocolate sandwich cookies, but they probably taste like garbage.
That's exactly what they are called.
Oh really? That's really funny.
I have not purchased those because
Oreos are not that expensive.
Oreos
not that expensive.
Yeah,
you get the name brand on that one.
I buy the Great Value pasta. I buy the Great Value ginger ale.
Why are you naming everything? Your whole kitchen is Great Value. Stop naming the whole kitchen. Everything except the Oreos.
I would never buy store brand Oreos. Never.
Okay.
He's got some standards, okay?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But you
I'm
would
not
give
a monster.
You would give your brother, who you know is a ginger ale connoisseur, and you would give him Great Value ginger ale.
Well, it's just because what
Canada
we purchase
Dry
all the time.
is the all-star, Kev, right?
Canada Dry is by far the best ginger ale, and I have done. Crystal has done a taste test with me, and she's given me 3 ginger ales, and I was able to tell the difference between all 3, and I could tell you which one is the Canada Dry because it is the best.
Wow, that's quite a time.
Shout out to my friend Jake. He can do that with Mountain Dew. He can do that quite easily. We did that before.
Well, what was it?
Mountain Dew. I feel like Mountain Dew there's just different flavors. How could he not tell?
No, like store brand Mountain Dew versus like
Mellow Yellow,
Mountain Breeze or whatever. Yeah, no, not Mellow Yellow. That's a different soda entirely. Like the store brand version of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, but with Mountain Dew, I think Mountain Dew is its own thing because like ginger ale is the drink, and like there's different brands of the ginger ale. Mountain Dew is its own thing, and like there's other lemon lime sodas that kind of just try to make it. You know what I mean? Like it's a little different.
They try to make it.
Mountain Dew's not lemon lime. It's Mountain Dew. Like Sprite,
it's lemon lime,
and Sierra Mist. That's lemon lime. Mountain Dew's not lemon lime.
I'm not a soda man. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, Mountain Dew is just. It seems like it glows in the dark. So I feel like
I've never drank Mountain Dew in my entire life. I never
have.
You
wouldn't like it.
Well, I don't drink bubble. I don't drink anything with bubbles besides a beer, which also I haven't had in like a year and a half.
You drink cider all the time.
I haven't had a cider in over a year.
Really?
Honestly, hard cider I haven't had pretty much all of 2020. Well, pretty much almost all of 2021 and most of this and all of this year I haven't had anything.
So if you're at a party,
I haven't been to a party in 2 years.
What are you talking about? You came over for like Thanksgiving. That was a party.
I wouldn't call that a party. I didn't drink anything. I don't drink anything. Everything going on. I just haven't drank anything in a long time, and then I don't really miss it.
Shots next time we're together, Will.
Yeah, because Kevin, bring out the shots.
Everybody.
So now the finale is a it seems like it's an
Will
all-will
versus Will
finale.
vehicle.
Wow. It's a Oreos versus Tate's showdown.
Oh shit.
So
I
I'm
feel like
happy.
this isn't
I'm
even
happy either
close,
way.
but I feel like this is leaned one way very, very heavily. I don't know how you
I don't
guys
know.
feel on it.
It's really like nostalgia taste of Oreo versus the more like high quality actual like ingredients for sure cookie of Tate's. It's like which one wins
Well
out.
said. Well said.
It's like which one wins out in the end. Like if I'm gonna go for a cookie and I don't like, health wise don't care, just like I want to enjoy a cookie, maybe I think I would go for an Oreo just because it's like this is if I'm gonna eat a cookie, I'm gonna eat a fun cookie that I know and I love
Fun cookie.
versus a Tate's that's like more of like and they're so thin. If you have like one Tate's cookie, you're like, okay, I'm good. Hopefully, I don't know. What are
That
y'all
doesn't make any
thoughts?
sense. They're so thin. You're good with just one. That doesn't
Like
make
when you
sense.
feel like you
They're
don't
so
feel like
thin. You're good with one sleeve.
no,
not
I feel like
one.
I feel good about myself if I just have one Tate's cookie. I'm like, okay, I'm no big deal.
Okay.
I had one thin little cookie. I'm not overdoing myself. I'm okay. That's what I mean.
Gotcha. But they're bigger than the Oreo. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have never in my life purchased Tate's cookies.
You're missing out.
I've
Not-
only before.
I've made not even that. I don't think I've only eaten Tate's cookies when like mom got them as a gift like years ago.
It's a good gift.
So I've purchased Oreos.
If you next
on
time you're at the
multiple
store and you
occasions.
see and you're in the cookie aisle and you see Tate's, buy a pack and just
Put them
tell
back
me,
and get a
no,
Milano cookie.
No,
Gotcha.
no. Tell me
No,
that they're not good.
Amos.
Famous. I gotta go to the dollar store for that's dollar store cookie.
Well,
That's
I mean,
Dollar
I've
Tree
had
cookie.
I've had a lot of Tate's cookies because I used to work in Southampton, so I had a lot of Tate's cookies.
What
Like
if they just
they were
the streets paved with Tate's cookies out there?
Pretty much.
no, my boss
it's
has always
gold,
had
actually.
some like there.
Oh, that's
Yeah, actually, it's cool. But yeah, they had a whole bunch of Tate's like always there in the office or whatever you want to call it. So
Just loose
I
cookies.
had plenty of Tate's. No, not loose
Ew.
cookies.
What
They
did I
had the
just
boxes.
what did I just sit on? Oh, it's a Tate's cookie.
We're in Southampton.
Oh, it's a Tate's cookie. Hey, welcome to Southampton. You're gonna have to get used to that.
You turn
Um,
on the tap. Oh, it's the Tate's cookie again.
flowing out.
I'm so thirsty.
Oh, Tate's cookies only and seawater.
That's Hampton, baby.
The sound, baby.
I'm gonna.
not the
my
sound of the
vote's gonna
ocean.
go with.
No, that's the ocean, Will.
I know.
It's actually the bay technically, but
I know, but I thought I said Southampton. That's the North Fork, right? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Nah,
All right,
there is
Brian,
no
what
there
were
is
you
no
saying, Brian?
Northampton.
No, it's not.
Thanks for the geography lesson, but I was gonna
messed up.
say I'm going with Oreos for the dunkability, which is a huge pastime for me. Big fan, and the nostalgia, and it's iconic. It's the Oreo. They are the cookie kings.
Cookie Kings. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if my computer glitched or something. It sounded like you said they're the Hanukkah. I was like, the what?
They're the
I was very
Hanukkah.
confused.
The eighth night of Hanukkah, you light the menorah and you have Oreos. That's what Moses did.
That's what
Jewish
Abraham
tradition said.
did.
Yeah.
Hebrews
Mhm.
tell it down from the ages about how Oreos, blah blah blah. That's actually
Actually,
what
the
kept
two tablets of the Ten Commandments
were
with the two
filled
cookies.
with cream. Yeah,
No,
100%, absolutely. And Oreo is actually a Hebrew word for
good cookie,
God.
delicious.
delicious cookie.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
pronounced
Kev,
Oreo.
what are you doing, Kev?
Oreo
Okay.
for sure.
Well, I was still in between because I love them both and they're both my picks, so I don't really care. But Oreo wins, and that's fine with me.
Yay!
Number one seed winning. It's not a crazy thought because Oreos are good and yummy.
Yeah. Not surprising whatsoever, being that it was the number one seed. It had to buy for a reason because that's Milk's favorite cookie and Brother Thrice's favorite cookie, baby.
Oh yeah.
But if you're out there, get a
Nah,
Tate's, get a
not
Milano,
sour.
be bougie with yourself. If you feel it, feel yourself once in a while.
Yeah.
And if
Okay,
you're feeling
so-
crazy, get yourself a Famous Amos bag and go nuts.
And then also throw it in the trash.
Don't do that.
No. Don't be wasteful. Eat them all. You'll be surprised. They're actually quite nice.
In case you need to, put some sand in your cat's litter box, get some Famous Amos cookies, shake it up and pour it in. And they'll be able to poop in it for days.
No, because they're not supposed to eat chocolate. So if they eat the chocolate chips, they might poop more.
They're fine. They're cats.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Oreos
Let's
wins.
Thrice.
Brothers Thrice, not cat friendly.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you next time. We don't know what we're doing next, but we'll make it happen. Hey yo.
Oreos.
Oreos, Brothers Thrice.
Brothers thrive.